Welcome back to Paleo Pines. Today we're going through 10 top tips for getting started in the beginning of the game. And make sure you stay right to the end because number 10 is extremely important in keeping your dinosaurs happy on the ranch. So let's get to it. Tip number 1. Make sure you clean up your ranch as soon as possible. Use Lucky to get rid of all the debris, all the rubbish that's scattered around to make sure that you're ready to start building. This also allows Lucky to level up and increase his skills. But be careful not to wear him out too much. Tip number 2. Make sure when you meet Agami in the town centre to buy plenty of seeds from her. This way, when you go back to your ranch, you can start planting and growing as soon as possible. The sooner you do this, the more money you can start making in the game, and this can be spent on other things that you need and help with quests. Tip number 3. Do not buy herbivore food from Corlin's shop. You may be tempted, like I was, to buy herbivore food to make sure Lucky's well taken care of back at the ranch. However, there is a easier and more effective way at getting herbivore food. On your travels, you'll see herbivore food scattered around the land. Here I've stumbled across some in the path, and there is plenty of this herbivore food, so I'd save your money and feed Lucky through the herbivore food that you find around exploring rather than spending your well-earned gold. Speaking of gold, it's tip number 4. To earn more gold, make sure you take notice of the town notice board. There are plenty of rewards on offer for completing quests for the local villagers. You can then sell these rewards for gold, or you can use them for treats for your dinosaurs. Tip number 5. Make sure you get plenty of rest. Sleep is very important in the game. You should make sure once your dinosaur's stamina is depleted and the day is coming to an end, you should go to bed and then have a new day to make sure everyone's energy levels are high again and you can get back to work. There's no point working into the night, working really hard, just overworking your dinosaurs, as this risks them running away and obviously getting too tired. Tip number 6. Make sure you give your dinosaurs plenty of attention. Make sure you pet them and give them plenty of food and treats. If they don't get this, they may be at risk of leaving your ranch, and you certainly don't want to lose any of your dinosaur helpers at all. Tip number 7. Plough your fields early in the game. Get lots of plots ready to be planting seeds so you can make as many plants as possible. The bigger your farm, the more you're going to be making and the more gold and resources you can produce. This gets easier with time as you get more dinosaurs with you, but at the start, really put the work in, get the fields ploughed, and this sets you up for the best possible start in the game. If you keep this up and get a good routine and make sure you take notes in your journal following the weather forecast, and especially all these things can affect your crops, you'll be off to a flying start. Tip number 8. Make sure you weed the fields. If the weeds are allowed to grow with your crops, this will mean that the crops do not grow properly and they may be spoiled, and we certainly don't want all your hard work to go to waste. Tip number 9. Make sure you tame a Gallimimus early on in the game. These are very fast steeds. You can get around the map very quickly on the back of one of these, and you also have an exclusive ability, the ability to drink water. Well, I say drink it, he keeps it in his mouth, and then you can go to your crops and water multiple crop plots at a time, rather than running around with your watering can one at a time. Instead, you can use your Gallimimus to spray the entire fields, and this makes farming much more efficient. If you want to find out how to tame a Gallimimus, then make sure you check out the video in the link above on screen. Tip number 10. Make sure you look out for dreamstones. These are dinosaur crystals or gemstones, and they're very important to keeping your dinosaur happy. when you tame a dinosaur and build a pen for it, you'll need to put one of these dreamstones inside the pen for it. This is where the dinosaur will sleep, and it will also keep them happy. And what I recommend doing is taking notes of where you see these crystals. Sometimes they're too much or too heavy to take all at once and carry back to the ranch, so make sure you pinpoint the areas you've seen them, and if you can, take them as soon as you see them. Even if you've not got as many dinosaurs as you need for them crystals, take them anyway and store them in your chest back on the ranch, because when you do get more dinosaurs, you'll have plenty of dreamstones to choose from. Bonus tip, early on in the game, make sure you tame a Styracosaurus. These are friendly rock smashers, and they'll be able to get rid of boulders, rocks, stones, anything that's blocking a path, or any boulders on the ranch. This certainly helps you clear up the ranch quicker and allows you to build more. If you want to find out how to tame your own Styracosaurus, click on the video on screen now. And if you enjoyed it, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.